Today we're going to be talking to you about CO2 laser resurfacing, our experience with it, outcomes, and what you can expect during the treatment.
So CO2 laser is the gold standard in anti-aging and resurfacing. The way that it works is by targeting the water deep in the skin, so it causes these little microthermal zones of ablation. We now have fractional ablative CO2, so we have little microthermal zones of injury with good, healthy skin in between. That good, healthy skin in between allows our skin to heal much faster and with almost zero risk of scarring if done properly. My colleagues here just had CO2. Catherine's about 60 days out. Angie, what are you?
About a month.
And Mindy is just 2
days today.
So you can see everybody's skin. We're going to go really up close so you can see the continuation. The good thing about CO2 is it really can resurface. The bad thing is you cannot do it in all skin types. So I'm a little bit too dark for CO2. I'm of Indian descent. Unfortunately, in my skin tone, sometimes it can cause lightness and darkness, also known as hypo and hyperpigmentation. So I did something else, a hyperfractionated other laser called the Lutronic Laser MD that I love. So you can come see my skin. The best thing about CO2 lasers, we're not putting any filler in, we're not putting any toxin in, we're using your own skin.
I'm in my mid-40s, and I really just wanted to do a nice refresh. Now, we've got microneedling, we've got chemical peels, we've got all sorts of other things that we can do. This is a bit more aggressive, but it yields much better results with one treatment or 2 treatments. I had a couple dark spots and just some fine lines and wrinkles, and I really wanted to do kind of a resurfacing. Overall, the thing that I'm most surprised about, Dr. Tareen, is I tend to be on the pink skin tone, lighter skin. And so what happened is I really got rid of a lot of pink tone that I didn't realize I had until you look at the before and after pictures. And I still have about 30 days for full results at that kind of 90-day mark. Now, the other thing that we're doing with our Valentine's Day package is we're adding on the laser skin tightening to it. And we did that as well, kind of neck and this area of my face prior to the CO2. And I think that really adds an extra bump of collagen and elastin with the CO2. So I really noticed that kind of my jaw area and my cheek has really been tightened kind of by that dual treatment. And that's what we like to do sometimes, is we like to stack treatments to get the best benefit from what we're doing. So overall, resurfacing as well as some really great tightening. You know, in our mid-40s, we kind of start to see a little here. And of course, we've got wonderful injectables as well. But this is really all natural, as in, you know, we're using our own skin's powers to do the resurfacing. So love it. Absolutely. I'm over the moon with how great it is.
You look so taut and lifted. And the nice thing I like about stacking those treatments, the CO2 with the laser skin tightening, is you do see that really nice collagen boost. But not to call out bad things, Morpheus 8 is something that you may have all heard about. It's a radio frequency laser that tightens. As a dermatologist, people come to me with complications from Morpheus 8, and we see a lot of fat atrophy.
And maybe has fat atrophy.
Yes, I mean, we can tell people how CO2 is great because it only rejuvenates the skin, it tightens from the inside versus actually thinning the inside.
We're not thinning, we're not heating it to a temperature above safety, right, with the laser skin tightening. And I will say, this is my body's natural response to the treatment, healing from that inside out.
Yep.
I'm only 6 days. I can't wait for my 3-month mark to see the result.
So how did your CO2 6 days ago compared to your Morpheus 8 a year or so ago?
The Morpheus 8 was painful, and I will never have it again.
That's what I was going to say. It's people report that it's incredibly painful, whereas the laser skin tightening in the CO2 is not.
Yeah, which is
Very minor.
And I think if you are worried about pain, did any of you use laughing gas?
No, we did not.
Great. But laughing gas is an option during
Absolutely.
So I like it as your doctors because I know that I'm not going to cause you a divot with CO2. So that's why safety is paramount, right? Safety and natural results. And we know that we can deliver that with CO2 and laser skin tightening. Angie, you're about 30 days out and your skin looks flawless. Do you want to tell us your experience?
Yeah, so I'm closer to 50 than what these ladies are. I had a lot of sun damage on my face. I swam a lot. I was always in the water, so I was covered in freckles. And after this procedure, they're gone. It's like everything's really cleared up. I mean, age spots.
And your skin just glows.
It does.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And that will continue to improve because Angie's only 30 days out. Catherine, what have you seen over your progression of time?
So really tightening, and then also continued smoothing, like even just like this week, I was like, you know, the pores on my nose have reduced in size, even from the healing 12 to 15 days later to now. So really the cumulative results, and we talk about cumulative results over time with different treatments we do with microneedling, with chemical peels, all of that stuff. This is kind of a set it and forget it. So, you know, you have the treatment done, you go through the recovery, which is a little, you know, you get a little red, you can see Mindy. But then once you kind of hit that stage where the sloughing has completed and you're going through your normal skin cycle, you keep seeing the results. So at 120 days, I'm still going to be seeing great results from it because we have induced that collagen and elastin.
And I also had PRP added on top at the end of my CO2, and I think that that's really aided in the recovery process as well.
PRP for people to
Platelet-rich plasma. So they drew my blood, spun it down. They took that lovely liquid gold, as we call it here, and then applied it topically to my face right when they finished the CO2.
I think that's
And then
so beneficial.
It was beneficial.
And it gives you a little rejuvenation, a little plumpness. So the platelets, as you know, are the cells that help coagulate, help clot in the body. They have the most growth factors, and those growth factors can go back into the skin and give you that rejuvenation. So I get platelet-rich plasma in my hair. We do it in the skin. We can inject it. Athletes can get it in their knees and joints. It's really great post CO2 for that wound healing and that plumpness. For you two, I've really seen a lot of your brown spots go away. Angie talked about that.
Yeah.
What other things have you done for brown spots that you didn't think were quite as effective?
I did the skin lightening, the hydroquinone topical. I tried that. I honestly haven't done too much more than besides just that lightening treatment. I did one VP.
The VIT. Yep.
And that did reduce it a lot, but this was like night and day.
Literally, you don't have a brown spot on you.
Yeah.
I am the brown spot on Angie. And kind of to what you were saying, Katherine, about set it and forget it. I saw a study once where one CO2 is equivalent to up to 3 to 6 microneedling. So rather than coming back once a month for 3 to 6 months, you are getting it all done at one time.
And, you know, I talk with patients about that, as well as with PRP, with microneedling or with CO2 it's so beneficial. You know, it's even used in IVF treatments because it's so wonderful for all parts of our body. But when we look at doing a CO2 or we look at doing skin pen, like when I rub that PRP in, I can almost see like those micro channels like healing themselves because those platelets are right there. And it is just, it's so amazing. And so I will tell you, I did not have the PRP with it. And Mindy, you look like twice as healed as I did on the same day. So that's really wonderful, as well as, I don't know if we're going to discuss any of our exosomes.
So exosomes are signaling molecules, or little vesicles that carry messages. And a great group at the Mayo Clinic has formulated a line based upon these exosome signaling molecules, and they really help fix the skin and help it heal much faster. And I think Mindy's been using that.
3 times a day.
It's helped really calm down everything.
Very impressive looking at the comparison.
In terms of frequency of CO2, some people will just do one every 5 to 10 years. Mindy, how often do you yours?
I have once a year. January, February is my time. I use it to clean out the house, clean out the closet, stay home for a weekend.
Yep. Rejuvenate once a year. You can talk specifically at your consult about any other treatment areas that you might want to focus on, where we might want to consider multiple treatments. But if you're doing a full face rejuvenation, like for the Valentine's Day, February is a wonderful time to do it. We're in Minnesota. Generally, we've got less sunny days and cold days, which will feel very good on it for the first week or so. The winter is always a great time that I recommend everybody kind of pursue this treatment.
And for people who like just want to treat their eyes or just want to treat your mouth, we also offer just, spot areas. So come in for your consult and we can tell you if CO2, microneedling, what I did, which is Laser MD Lutronic, if you're darker skin like me. We've got lots of different options. So would you recommend CO2 for people, yes or no?
Absolutely.
100%.
And what's our Valentine special for?
Valentine's special is almost an $800 savings. So glow with love. Come have your CO2, laser skin tight, and PRP treatment all in one sitting, $26.95. So we'd love if you'd schedule that free consult with are very qualified and educated estheticians and schedule this in February to take advantage of the promo. You can also comment in the comment section something that you've learned or a question you have to be entered in a drawing for a plated sample size.
Angie, anything else that you really want people to know about CO2?
Just to do it. It makes you look and feel 20 years younger.
Mm-hmm.